Swabek, and I'm talking to you here from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I'm a core team member of Ignatian Yoga, and I'm happy to be instructing you and leading you on a chair yoga session today. This will be a fairly gentle practice, and almost all of it can be done in a seated position. We will have some options to get up and move, but I'll add some modifications. As a little bit of a background, Ignatian Yoga is a collaboration between laity and Jesuits, and is a program of the Midwest Jesuits. And we seek to bring into dialogue yoga philosophy and Ignatian spirituality in an embodied way that leads towards the individual growth and relationship with God. We value community, social justice, embodiment, and spirituality as grounding pillars of our organization. And it's a privilege to be sharing this practice with you. So I hope that it brings a sense of calm and ease to your day, and we'll get started. Just as a heads up, I'm using just a general folding chair. You can use any sort of sturdy chair that's available to you, plastic, wooden. I just would recommend maybe not an armchair or a rocking chair, just because it gets a little unwieldy. And I have a pillow because I am short, so I need something to support my feet. And you might not need this, but I recommend, if your feet have a hard time reaching the floor while you're sitting all the way back in the chair, to just maybe find something to support your feet while we're seated. Okay, well, let's begin just again by feeling your feet on the floor or on a pillow. Letting your sit bones relax into the seat of the chair, so feeling really supported from the ground up. And then letting your back, your low back, middle back, and upper back rest on the back of the chair, so you're fully supported, your spine is long. And you can place your hands on your thighs for a minute just to really ground down and relax the shoulders. We're going to start with a few moments of centering breath to bring us to the present moment and to help us become aware of the miracle and sacredness of our breath. So I invite you, if it's comfortable, to close your eyes, or you can bring a soft gaze down the bridge of your nose to the floor. And again, just dropping into your body and becoming aware of your breath as it flows in and out through your nose or your mouth. Breathing in and breathing out. Noticing any qualities that might arise. Maybe you feel a little tight. Maybe your heart's racing, feeling anxious, or maybe a sense of calm and rest. Sit with whatever is arising and begin to call in God's presence into your breath. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. And as you breathe, really allow your breath to flow into every part of your body. So really breathe your body here. Breathe your cells, your bones, your muscles. And then let your body breathe you. Imagining every single cell, bone, and muscle is taking its own breath. And collectively that becomes the breath that sustains us, that gives us life, that connects us to the divine. Breathing in and breathing out. I'll open up our practice by sharing a few words by Anthony DeMello. Continuing your breath. Breathe your body and let your body breathe you. Feeling gratitude for each breath. So here are the words. While you breathe in, be conscious of God's Spirit coming into you. fill your lungs with the divine energy God brings. When you breathe out, imagine you are breathing out all your impurities, your fears, and your negative feelings. Imagine you see your whole body becoming radiant and alive through this process of breathing in God's life-giving spirit and breathing out all of your impurities. Taking a few more moments of breath. If your eyes are closed, I invite you to gently open them. And as we begin to move, I invite you to become aware of God's presence and light. So let's start with some shoulder rolls, just to warm up our shoulders. So on your inhale, take your shoulders up to your ears, and then drop them back. And we'll take this again. Inhale up, scrunch, and exhale down. One more this direction. Inhale up and down. And let's reverse. Inhale up and forward. Up and forward. Up and forward. Nice. And then drop your chin to your chest and just pause here for a moment to feel length through the back of your neck. And then just start gently swaying from side to side, gentle movements of the neck. And as you sway, invite your shoulders to drop down even more. And then let your right ear rest over your right shoulder. Pausing here. And then over to the left, left ear over left shoulder. And back over to the right. Maybe this time feeling free to explore lifting your chin or dropping your chin. And then back over to the left. And again, exploring movement with your chin, just to notice the difference in sensations. Nice. And then staying here, we're just going to twist from side to side, just dynamically, not holding anything, just moving the spine. So you can use the chair to pull you, or you can bring your arms, your hands to your shoulders and just twist, 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 just loosening up our spine as we begin to move a little bit more. Nice. And coming back to center, release your hands down. And I like to scoot a little forward for this, so I'm a little closer to the edge of my chair. Bring your hands to your thighs, and on your inhale, pull your chest through, lift your chin. I'll actually demonstrate this to the side. Inhale, pressing forward, and exhale, rounding into the spine. Inhale, and exhale. So this is Vidalasana or cat-cow. Inhale to cow spine, and exhale to cat spine. Just staying with this for a few more breaths. One more. And then come back to center. Inhale your arms up and over your head, continuing to be aware of God's presence, and exhale your right hand down. You can grab the chair and then reach the left arm up and over, finding a nice, lovely side stretch. And breathe here. Maybe drop your chin down or lift your chin. And inhale back to center. Exhale, drop your left hand down and reach up and over with the right arm. Again, dropping chin or lifting chin. Nice. From here, if you're using a pillow or any sort of support, you can move that to the side. Scooch a little more close to the edge of your seat. Keep your right knee bent and your right foot on the floor. Extend your left foot out in front of you. And start to hinge forward from the hips, just finding a gentle lunge so you can feel a little opening in the back of your leg. Again, becoming aware of sensation and maintaining focus on your breath and God's presence here. What's coming up for you? Nice. Come back to center. Rebend the left knee, plant left foot on the floor, extend your right foot out, and exhale. You can bring your hands to rest on the bent knee for a little support. Coming back to center, inhale, reach your arms overhead, and exhale, hands to heart. And as you pause here, become aware of your day or the hour preceding this practice, or week, or any time period you wish to reflect on and share with God. Looking back at the highs, the lows, the challenges, the joys, and everything in between. Noticing your emotions, noticing your thoughts, any images that might arise. Taking another breath here. And then continuing to think through your day or your week. Open your legs wide. And you can scoot your seat back a little bit. And on your exhale, just start to come forward. And you might want to rest with the forearms on the tops of the thighs. This might feel like a good place to be. Just let your head hang down. If it's available to you, you can reach down to the floor with your hands and deepen the fold. And then slowly come back up. For the next few movements, we're going to be standing. So if that's not in your practice, you can repeat what we just did, or I'll try to find some modifications for you. Otherwise, come to stand. And I'm going to move my chair, but I invite you to just step to the back of your chair. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. Again, inhale, arms lift. Exhale, bring the light and energy to your heart, to that place where you and God go. Inhale, one more. And exhale, hands to heart. Again, reflecting on your day or your week. Noticing your emotions. And noticing the quality of your breath and how that might be connected to what might be arising in your mind. I invite you to bring your hands to the back of the chair. Keep your left foot planted and extend your right foot back into a lunge. You can put a little bend in that straightened leg or straighten it, and press through that back heel. Keeping the chest lifted, shoulders dropping down. And then step your right foot forward, step your left foot back, finding lunge. Putting a little bend or straightening it as you wish. Chest lifted, press through back heel. Breathing in and breathing out. Stepping left foot forward. This time step both feet back a little bit of a distance from your chair. You can always adjust as we go. We're going to exhale and start to fold forward, leaving our arms on the chair. This activates the upper back. And imagine your tailbone lengthening back. So if you could extend your tailbone to the back wall behind you, just imagine it reaching out from your body, keeping the spine long. Toes pointing forward, gaze on the floor. Keeping your core gently engaged, so gently pulling belly button towards spine to keep the low back protected. Lovely. On your inhale, rise back up. Step to the back of your chair, one more standing pose. So keep your left hand on the back of the chair, bend your right knee, and grab your right toe, right ankle, right foot for a quad stretch. So when you sit for a long time, this area tends to get tight. And breathing into any spaces that might feel tight or tense. Imagining it's God's grace. And then release. Bring your right hand to the chair, bend your left knee, grab a hold of your left foot, left ankle, whatever you can grab a hold of. And noticing if this side might feel different than the first side. Becoming aware of all the unique qualities of each movement. And all the unique qualities of each breath you take. Lovely. All right. So now we're going to step back to the front of the chair and take a big wide step so that your feet are on either side of the chair. And turn your right toes out and walk your left foot back until you can rest your pelvis on the seat of the chair. So this is Virabhadrasana 2. This front knee is bent and try to avoid having it roll in. Try to keep that knee pressing out. You can keep your hands low or you can inhale, lift the arms up and bring your gaze forward. Continuing to reflect on your day, what is coming into focus for you? So as you gaze forward, what is that thing that's rising up throughout all of the reflection that you want to spend some more time with? If your arms are extended, you can flip your palm and inhale, reverse. So lift your right arm up. And on your exhale, bring your right forearm down to your thigh. Roll the chest open. You can keep your left hand on your hip. You can extend your left arm up, or maybe even reach it over the ear. This lengthened foot is planted and strong. Nice. And then slowly come back up. And we're going to switch the direction. So we're going to take our left foot out to the side, left toe is pointing out, and heel toe the right foot out until you can rest your pelvis on the chair. And these right toes are turned slightly inward if possible. And again, remembering the knee, so try to roll that knee to the outside edge. Hands can be on hips, arms can extend, your choice. Again, we ask, what is drawing your attention? What is demanding your attention and your focus? Flipping your palm, inhale, reverse, opening up side body. And then exhale, bring left forearm to left thigh. Right hand can stay on hip. You can extend it upwards or over. Lovely. Coming back to center. We're just going to take a little shift and scoot towards the front of your chair again. Knees are wide, toes are pointed out. So this is called temple pose, horse pose, goddess pose, lots of different names for this pose. And just start by pressing your hands, your palms into your thighs and using your thumbs to roll your inner thighs open. And maybe it feels good to just find some little rocking motions here. You're welcome to keep the hands where they are or inhale, arms lift. Exhale, open the arms wide. Imagine your elbows touch behind your back. Inhale, lift. Exhale into that W shape. One more inhale and exhale. Nice. Turn your toes to face forward. Scoot a little towards the front of your chair. And again, we'll take a forward fold. So here is a great place to be, lengthening through the crown of your head, imagining this line of energy shooting out, so extending your spine long, or dropping your hands down to the floor. What is calling your attention? What do you need to ask God? What do you need to offer up? Lovely. Slowly come back up. We'll take one more pose in the standing position, tree pose. So again, I'm going to turn my chair sideways so that I can face you guys, but just come to the back of your chair and bring your right hand to the back of your chair. Bend your left knee, turn your left knee out, bring your left heel to your right ankle. So this might be a good place to be, and you can practice maybe lifting your hand off the chair. You can also drag your foot a little higher to the calf. Just make sure that there's no pressure on your knee. And again, you might want to play with lifting one arm or both. And if you're really up for it, you can bring the foot to the inner thigh. Just being careful of that knee again. Wherever you are, take another strong breath. And then turn your left knee forward and release. And we'll move to the other side. So left hand on the chair now. Bend your right knee, turn your right knee out, ankle to heel. And this might be where you stay. Or you can bring your foot up to the calf. Or you can bring your foot to the inner thigh. And then when you're ready, slowly close off the knee and release. And step to the front of your chair. I'm going to keep it sideways just so you can see what I'm doing. And take your legs out wide, toes facing forward. Inhale, lifting arms up. And on your exhale, hinge forward until you can rest your hands, your arms onto the seat of the chair. You might be able to bring your forehead down. Maybe rest your forehead on the backs of your hands. Ask for God's guidance, forgiveness, or grace. Slowly rise up, and then we'll come back to take a seat on the chair. Grab my trusty pillow. Again, scooting to the edge of your chair for now. Take your left knee up and then cross your left ankle on top of your right knee in a figure 4 shape. Now this might be where you want to stay. If you're already feeling sensation in the hip, feel free to stay here, or you can exhale and fold forward. Seated pigeon. I like to bring my hands to prayer just to remind myself that this is an embodiment of prayer to God, and to keep my focus on God throughout. Slowly come back up. Uncross your foot and then bring your right knee into your chest. Cross your right ankle over your left knee. Figure 4. This side might be completely different than the first, so feel free to stay here or maybe exhale and fold. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Nice. All right. Finally, we'll move into a twist. So sweep your legs over to one side of the chair and start by pressing down into your thighs, lifting up through your spine. Take an inhale here. And on your exhale, turn to the back of your chair and grab a hold of the back of your chair with your hands. And use that leverage as you exhale to twist. So you're pulling with the hand closest to you and pushing away with the hand farthest away. And maybe your gaze goes over the back shoulder. And release. And then we'll sweep our legs over to the other side. And again, start by pressing into your thighs, lifting up through your spine. And on your exhale, twist to the back of your chair, using your hands as leverage. And maybe your gaze follows. And exhale and return to the front of your chair. And if you need some lift underneath your feet, feel free to grab this. Inhaling, lift your arms up. Exhale, bring hands to heart center. One more inhale. And exhale. Whatever it is that you want to lift to God, lift it up. Ask for grace. And then when you're ready, you can bring your hands down, lean back into your chair. And we'll take a seated Shavasana, seated resting pose, which is traditionally the way all yoga practices end, with a way to integrate all of the movements that you've gone through into your breath and your body without any activity. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in to your body. And letting your body breathe you. And if your eyes are closed, I invite you to gently open your eyes. Start to take deep breaths in. And pausing for another moment to just think about tomorrow and what you will do, how you will become aware of God, and how you will use this grace, follow the guidance. What will you change? What will you continue? And I'll close our practice together with a prayer by Pedro Rupe. Nothing is more practical than finding God, that is, falling in love in a quite absolute final way. What you are in love with, what seizes your imagination, will affect everything. It will decide what will get you out of bed in the morning, what you will do with your evenings, how you will spend your weekends, what you read, whom you know, what breaks your heart, and what amazes you with joy and gratitude. Fall in love, stay in love, and it will decide everything. So I thank you for practicing with me and engaging in this practice. I hope it brings a sense of ease and lightness and breath to your day. I know that you can come back to this practice anytime you need to, even just certain parts of it if you find yourself in a chair and in need of some awareness and grace. Grace, peace, and namaste.